Hello there people, this is Bruce or nintenbruce here, back again with another deck list for Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is on Dueling Network, but can again be played anywhere as long as it follows the September 2012 ban list. And he deserves a shout out. Good old Relinquished. This is my Relinquished deck. I couldn't not make a deck about him. He tends to run better in Chaos, but he can be played in other ways as well. And yeah, quite a fun, nifty little deck to play with. So I'll go through the usual stuff like monsters, spells and traps, and show you a few little things along the way. So first off, we've got 2 DD Trainer. The primary goal with him is to use him with advanced ritual art, but he can be used with other things like a Synchro for Turbo Synchron, or Formula Synchron, I forget what his name is. As a payment for Relinquished when doing the ritual summon. He could be used for a few things. So yeah, just run 2 of him. I don't think you'd really need an explanation for Blackluster Soldier, Chaos Sorcerer or Dark Arm Dragon. It's definitely worth running these 3 together, Dandelion, Lonefire and Spore. With them, as long as you run all of them, you're going to have a good little engine. I would not suggest taking just one of them out or 2 of them out, say, unless you're just running Dandelion. But at the end of the day, they work well together. So say if you start off with Lonefire, you can search out for Dandelion or Spore. If any of these are in the graveyard and Spore's floating around, then you can use his effect and then Synchro up. And Dandelion in general is just a brilliant card, whether it be as an XYZ fodder, relinquished fodder. Again, the tokens will appear, / you can use a token for ritual summons. Yeah, tons of things that you can do with him, so definitely run all these 3. 2 effect veilers, 1 gauze. I wouldn't worry about the whole continuous stuff with Relinquished, because in the day if you've got Relinquished out, you're not going to be relying on gauze, and the only other continuous card is Call of the Haunted. So yeah, very rare that you're going to be stuck in terms of playing with him, unless you're winning. Then 3 Manju of the 10,000 hands. You must run these if you're going to be playing Relinquished, or in fact any ritual for that matter. So your primary goal is to either get Relinquished or advanced ritual art in your hand first, because again you can thin the deck out, getting DD Trainer, etc. And yeah, obviously ritual summon. Next up, Plague Spreader, Sangan, Tour Guide from the Underworld. You don't really need to know what these do. They're standard, how can you not know what they do? Although feel free to ask if you don't. 1 Tsukuyomi. You can only play 1 anyway, but yeah, very handy in this deck for a few cards. So its effect, when you summon it, flip anything on the field face down. So if you know something's got rubbish defense on the opponent's side, then obviously flip that. Or if your Relinquished has sucked something up the previous turn, then what you could do is put that into face down, flip Relinquished back up, and then suck up another monster. And on top of that, if you got Manju out, then feel free to flip that face down. Again, flip Manju, and you'll get another ritual card. So yeah, lovely little card Tsukuyomi, especially for this deck. And then 2 Relinquished. I found 3 were making me draw dead, and bearing in mind you've got Pot of Avarice to shove things back, as well as Call of the Haunted if you've summoned Relinquished properly, Monster Reborn, etc. Then yeah, 2 is enough, I find. Definitely don't just run 1 though, that's silly. Then going into spells, Advanced Ritual Art, I've already explained what that does. 2 Black Illusion Rituals, so that's a total of 3 ritual spells there. You don't need more than that, again. 1 Book of Moon, so remember you can knock down your own Relinquished / Manju to get the effects again. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Foolish Burial, combined with either Dandelion, Spore, anything that takes your fancy. What can I say? Mind Control, you know what that does. You can use XYZs, etc, etc. Oh, but remember that you can't use it for Black Illusion Ritual because that's a tribute. Monster Reborn, 2 MSTs, again target your opponent's back row or target your own Relinquished equip spell. 1 Pot of Avarice, Scapegoat, these can be tributed for ritual summons, so remember that, as well as synchros. And then into traps, Call of the Haunted, 2 Mirror Force, Solemn Judgment, 1 Torrential Tribute, and a Starlight Road. Depending on your style of play, you can mix and match these traps, so you can have an extra Starlight Road in your side deck if you want, if you knew the opponent was playing a lot of destruction, or if you're not a fan of Mirror Forces, then run 2 Starlight Road, and or maybe one Starlight Road and Solemn Warning, or a Black Horn of Heaven. You know, the world's your oyster with traps, but Call of the Haunted, again, quite nice if Relinquished is in the grave and it's been summoned correctly. So that's the main deck. Side deck, I always suck at these, but I've given it a little bit of a bash and used them occasionally. So one Djinn Disarray of Rituals. In fact, all these Djinn monsters have effects when you ritual summon, and bearing in mind you can find 3 of these with Tour Guide from the Underworld, and then again pop it in the grave, use its effects for the ritual summon. So yeah, lovely. Have a look at them. 1 extra Relinquished, just in case, I don't know why, but it's there. 2 creature swap, because you never know. Again, it's going to be decent with DD Trainer, if someone's taken one of your monsters anyway, Sangan, you name it, it's useful, very, very useful. An extra MST, 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, Dimensional Prison, 2 Mind Crush, and another Torrential Tribute and Return from a Different Dimension, just in case. And then extra deck, Formula Synchron, that's the name, I knew I'd get it right eventually. An Armory Arm, Hyper Librarian, Catasta, Gaia, you know, it goes on from there really. I definitely like Stardust, and it is actually possible to get Shooting Star Quasar out, which is nice as well, or sorry, Shooting Quasar Dragon as well. So yeah, consider that, or if you're not too much of a fan of the Synchros, then knock a few of these out for some XYZs. So here, all I've got is Gemknight Pearl, Utopia, and then Levier the Sea Dragon. You just have to when playing Chaos, and Zen mains, because it's Zen mains, so why not, eh? Why not? So, on that front, if you guys like what you see, then obviously give us that good old thumbs up, and pop your comments in the section below. You know I love explaining things about decks and helping you guys out, and obviously, if you want to mess around with a deck, then go for it, try out your own combos, your own twists. Like I say, Chaos, it is very versatile anyway. You can change a few cards and not usually be hammered. I mean, you know, hell, it's got BLS in it, you know, what more do you need? So, yeah, until next time, I hope you guys enjoy, and take care. Messed up ending. It's been a while since I've done one of these, isn't it? So until next time, you guys take care, and I'll see you again soon.